The platform dYdX sits in an interesting position in the crypto trading market. On one hand, it's not a DEX or a decentralized exchange because it doesn't operate on the liquidity pairs that a lot of them do, perhaps like Uniswap or PancakeSwap. And then also it operates using an order book like a centralized exchange. However, it's not centralized. It's essentially a decentralized exchange that uses an order book system. This can be useful for people perhaps not wanting to KYC with a large exchange, maybe like Binance or KuCoin, that still want advanced trading options like leverage and futures, for example. dYdX has its own token as well, dYdX. The market cap for this is around $500 million at $563 million at the time of this recording. It also has a 24-hour trading volume of around $230 million, putting it in 32nd place overall in cryptocurrency trading volume. The dYdX platform itself is very popular and very powerful, bringing the best of DeFi, anonymity, and perhaps also security, and also mixing that with centralized exchange trading tools, but keeping the decentralization there as well. As of this time of recording the video, the 24-hour trading volume on there has gone over $1 billion at $1.1 billion. The open interest, or the amount in open positions on dYdX, is around a third of $1 billion as well, $330 million. And at the time of recording this video as well, the number of trades in the last 24 hours is close to 500,000 at 414,000. Before we get into it, I would like to remind everyone that this video is intended for educational and entertainment purposes only. I am personally not a licensed financial advisor, and investing in cryptocurrency always carries risk. Let's get back to it. One of the great things about DeFi is the concept of self-custody, where you are the sole person in charge of looking after your funds, be that perhaps a private key or a seed phrase. As long as you keep that safe, there is no way whatsoever with our current technology that a person can get their hands on it. Obviously, you can go through perhaps phishing attacks. If a person hacks into your computer, they might be able to, view your seed phrase or something. But apart from that aside, self-custody, you are the only person that's in control of your funds. So no one else can perhaps move them anywhere you want. There's no third party like a bank. You are in control. dYdX, of course, offers this, but also at the same time offering a number of tools that you might only find on a centralized exchange. However, after a recent event, a lot of users are questioning, are my funds safe? On the night of November the 17th, dYdX on their Twitter announced that last night, about $9 million from the dYdX V3 insurance fund were used to fill gaps on liquidations processed in the YFI market. The V3 insurance fund remains well funded with 13.5 million funds remaining. No user funds are affected, and our team is working to investigate the event. However, this attack was a little more complicated than just going into a wallet that perhaps you have the private keys for that you fished or stole and transferred the funds. The attackers targeted long positions of the YFI token, which in turn reportedly led to the liquidation of around $38 million on the YFI chart. The YFI token, or Yearn Finance token, witnessed a 43% drop during this time, which is a little bit of a shame because in the preceding weeks it pumped over 170%. So this attack perhaps wasn't just going in, stealing funds, dumping them, it was pure market manipulation. Shortly after this, dYdX announced the following on Twitter: as an immediate measure, we have increased initial margin requirements for less liquid markets. It then goes on to list a number of different crypto coins and tokens that they increased initial margin requirements for. Later that evening on Twitter, the founder of dYdX made the following statement. Firstly, a reminder, no user funds have been lost, but it is critical we understand what happened and adjust accordingly. In the past few days, YFI open interest on dYdX spiked from 0.8 million to $67 million. Basically, all of this was driven by one actor. The same actor also attempted, but unsuccessfully, to attack the dYdX sushi market 2 weeks ago in a similar way. YFI OI, which is open interest, was higher on dYdX than any other perpetual venue. We did take action to increase the initial margin ratios for YFI prior to the price crash, but this was ultimately not sufficient. The actor was able to withdraw a good amount of USDC from dYdX right before the price crash. The YFI price crash in the spot market seems like an intentional effort by a single actor, unsure whether the same or different one, to target the large open interest on dYdX. We are still in communication with centralized exchanges to confirm their understanding of this. So a very long story short, the person or people or party involved in this saw an opportunity on dYdX involving their open interest on the YFI token and essentially took it. And although this did cause the price to crash 43% 33% after a few weeks of pumping over 170%. The ethics and also legality around what happened are a little bit of a grey area. Let us know what you think about this in the comments. Leading on from this, in the same evening, dYdX on their Twitter announced, sorry, highly profitable trading strategies have now been banned on dYdX. Leading on from this, and more recently to the time of recording this video, the founder again has come out and said the following: dYdX will pay bounties to those most helpful in aiding the investigation. We will not pay bounties to or negotiate with the attacker. We and others have made significant progress into identifying the attacker. We are in the process of reporting the information we have to the FBI. And that, for the time being, is where we are at currently with the recording of the video. So essentially, according to dYdX, yes, your funds are safe. They're slowly tracking down this attacker. But what do you think? Are you going to continue using dYdX? Have you used it before? How do you think they handled this attack as well? Personally, I think the speed at which they're actioning what's happened with this attack and also the transparency in what they're doing is quite exemplary. But what do you think? Let us know in the comments. Anyway, as always, if you could like, share, subscribe, that would be really, really appreciated. Also, if you'd like to make a short of this video as well, just clip it, any part perhaps that you think was good, do that. And also send it to our inbox at BSC News, Twitter, and we can look into it. But thank you very much, everyone. Speak very soon. Have a great evening and great week. Bye-bye.